hello, and welcome to the Old Guy in the Club podcast. I am the old guy in the club. That is a slightly older guy, normally in a club. That is a slightly younger guy, normally in a club. And that is my
the youngest guy
son. The youngest guy who is not in clubs yet, and hopefully he never goes to clubs.
He'll be in clubs for sure.
Well, knowing you'll still be DJing in 10 years, and then he will be allowed to be in a club.
This is true. But I will be a rich coffee mogul by then.
Yes.
It would be like, what's the dude's name from Goldman Sachs? DJ D Soul, who likes to DJ for fun.
Yeah. And Elon
you know about
Musk.
This guy, Zilla? You look a little confused.
Yes, I have heard.
Okay. Yeah, so the
I have
CEO...
heard, for those who haven't heard, please tell the story.
Yeah, no, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, which is a small financial company. It is.
They're a regional brand,
it's a
right?
massive,
local
massive company. He goes by, his name is David Solomon, I believe, but he goes by DJ D Soul, and he DJs for fun. Which, imagine that it could be fun.
That's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to rich status where I can actually go back to DJing for fun. Just
imagine that.
I think that if I was going to emulate anybody like moving forward, I'm going to try to reach the level of Mr. Zadir in Night at the Roxbury. The club owner in that movie. I just want to go around, be the old guy in there. Did you just grab my ass? That's what I'm shooting for when I get. I want to hang out. Look at these boys. These are good boys. I want to be Mr. Zadir.
Such an underrated movie.
So good.
I never got into that.
Well, listen. Somebody that wrote that movie had a crystal ball, because the whole premise was one of the Butabi brothers had this vision for a nightclub that was outside but looked like the inside but was outside. Yeah. And now everything that we're doing is outside. So it's very possible that Chris Kattan and Will Ferrell might have had a outward vision, had a crystal ball, and saw that A Night at the Roxbury was very much in our future 20 years after the movie was released.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, I allowed my 11 and 9-year-olds to watch Step Brothers the other night. I didn't realize how raunchy it is. But it's so funny, that movie.
What did the song at the end of the movie, Boats and Hoes, not give it away?
Well,
Boats and Hoes.
You're kidding. Neil, you don't know that song?
No.
What? Have you ever seen the movie Step Brothers?
Yes.
You have to watch it again.
I do not like that movie.
You know what? I did not love it either when I first saw it. And then I've seen it, parts of it, I don't know, a half a dozen times since the first time I saw it, and it really gets better every time. It is funny.
I don't know. I watched it maybe twice, and like Vice swore by it. Everyone did. Yeah. And I was like, I cannot get into this movie.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. See, for me, I like shit jokes and like dick jokes and like just like potty humor and like bullshit. There's
like
that.
Plenty of that in that movie.
I was gonna say
the Catalina wine mixer and stuff like that. I wasn't into it.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. When you say it right. Sprinkle some respect on that shit.
Yeah, you see, it was just like I don't know. That kind of humor, it wasn't gritty enough for me. Now, if you watch The Goods, that movie was great. When Will Ferrell, The Goods, and now it's a sleeper comedy. This movie, Will Ferrell, everyone, Jeremy Pivens is in it. The black dude from Hot Tub Time Machine's in it, and he plays DJ Respect. And he never plays your DJ Request, and he never plays your request. Every time you request a song, he plays something else, and he mumbles to himself like, "Every day they will test you," and stuff like that. Will Ferrell plays a ghost car salesman, and they're jumping out of a plane, and the ghost appears, and he was like, jokes like, he was like, I did this once. You know what happened to me? I fell to the ground. You know what? You know what didn't bounce? You know what did bounce? My butthole out my mouth. Shit like that is what I find funny. Not like the Catalina wine mixer. It's not gritty enough.
Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, motherfucking Catalina. I like jokes like that. Not like that, though.
Okay, Boats and Hoes is a classic. I don't know why it didn't chart better. It is, there's a music video at the very end of the movie called Boats and Hoes. And if we played it once, I mean, we're not going to play it because we don't want YouTube to, blank out part of the podcast. But
if we play it, then our friends in Indonesia or China won't be able to watch our show, because what happens is if we play some copyrighted or copywritten or copywrote.
Sure. Yes.
Well, what is it?
Copywritten, copyrighted. It's either whatever. Both are acceptable.
Music. Then sometimes they 86 you from certain countries. We can't have that.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that. But what we do want to do is welcome our friends. I'm starting to see the chat room move a little bit. So just really quickly, hi, Hannah Girl, Jennifer, hello, Nikki, Lisa, who else is in here? Bordeaux and Joints. Claudia's here. Welcome back. Yeah, and then let's see. Lisa saying your voice sounds like a cross between Fergie and Jesus. Is that me, Neil, or Justin? Also, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Is that Step Brothers?
That's from Step Brothers, yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. See?
Not that memorable of a movie.
Well, not every line.
I remember
not it. Not every single line, and Justin remembered it, but
well, yeah. I did just see it too.
The whole point in that was, how did Justin not know that this movie was inappropriate for his children to watch? I think that we've deviated from the initial premise, which is Step Brothers isn't something that 9 and 11-year-olds should probably be watching when one of the title tracks in the soundtrack is Boats and Hoes.
Well, I will tell you also that about a year ago, when quarantine first happened, got really drunk one night, which hasn't really been happening too often. And the next day, extremely hungover. And I don't know how it came up, but the boys asked if they could watch the movie Ted.
Oh, boy.
And
I did like that one.
and we let them. Now that is definitely not appropriate for children.
That is
way more than Step Brothers.
Was it the imaginary stuffed teddy bear that smokes weed that potentially, what was the red flag on that one, Justin?
I think the teddy bear bones too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he does.
The teddy bear smashes.
Yeah, not the dad of the year. Definitely not dad of the year.
I was going to say, your parenting skills are on display today, bro.
But now that I think about it, okay, what was the first 3 movies you've ever watched when you were a kid? Well, like when your parents took you to the movie theater, what was the first ones you've seen?
I couldn't tell you.
The ones that I actually remember, like at my youngest going and seeing, I remember going to like the local community center. There's a community park up the street, and Walt Disney's Robin Hood, where they had the fox that was Robin Hood, the animated one. I remember going and seeing E.T. As an 8-year-old.
Wait, Zilla. This is at the movie theater. Like when your parents are like, "Yo, it's Friday night. Let's go to the movie theater."
Yeah, I remember going and seeing E.T. 1982. I'm old enough that when I'm that old, I'm that old when E.T. made it into theaters, I was there.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, and then and Return of the Jedi. I remember seeing my dad took us to go see Jedi when I was a kid. And the only reason why I remember that is because I remember that portion of it because we went and it was the first time that I experienced getting snacks prior to getting snacks, because we went, there's like a little there was like the equivalent to a CVS up the way from the theater. So we went and got our own little candy. and then came back to watch the movie. So those are my three.
I just had a flashback, which will probably explain a lot. I didn't remember ever like getting psyched up for a movie when I was a kid, but I have a very faint memory of being taken to a movie with my parents and I think my aunt and my uncle. It was certainly not a movie for me. I don't know why I was there, but this will explain maybe why I let my kids watch the movies that I've let them watch. And this movie, and I was scarred for a while with this movie because it was not for kids. And this movie was Raging Bull.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I don't know.
Oh, it's great.
I can't
violent.
Remember. My first two movies, it was actually same day, back to back. Amityville, 48 Hours.
Wow.
Okay.
You went from the Amityville horror to Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. To 48 Hours.
All
and
right.
Look at me now. I'm innocent. I'm prude, according
Totally
to a lot of the
well-adjusted.
people in this chat. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a
Just a
gentleman.
well-adjusted adult. Yeah, of course.
Not like you guys. Not like you wild fuckers.
I can't remember what movie it was, but and I think my sister could attest to this one. So we were visiting some family out in Delaware, and this might have been when we went and saw E.T. and Jen was very, very young at the time, and I think she like scrambled out of the theater, but somehow, Jen, are you in the chat room still or no? The end of the story is this. Jen somehow, as a toddler, ended up in a screening of Porky's.
What the?
Which was like playing in the next theater over. But back in those days, whatever. Oh, and then she was saying and then she ended up in the ticket booth until like we came out. She says I was.
She was less than two. How did she just like end up there? Somebody had to have carried her.
I don't know this. I don't know the story too well, but it probably ended with me probably being responsible for watching her and then me not. I'm guessing that's probably how the story started and how it possibly ended. Perhaps I'm not sure.
So you're not the babysitter of the year, Zilla?
My babysitting skills rank up there with your parenting.
Whoa! Whoa!
No, Jen's going to come in. She's going to tell the story. If you guys will indulge her, that would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
Sorry, not interested.
What? Everybody's interested in what Jen has to say.
Of course.
Yeah, so...
Jen is the better Justin.
Oh, yeah. She's way better at being me than me.
Yeah, I'm going to unplug. I'm actually going to unplug my headphones and go to the computer for a second so Jen can hear what's going on. And she's actually walking in the room right now. Give me one second while I disconnect it.
Can they hear me?
Not yet, but they should in a second.
Is this where we should like run an ad or something? Can we run an ad right now?
We're here. Hi.
Oh,
Okay,
I was going to do a BRL coffee ad.
Do it. Do it anyway.
I mean, you're our ad guy anyway, so you would have to do it. But if you like coffee, no, I can't do an ad.
If you like coffee. So Jen, tell your story. So if you're new to the podcast, which none of you are, but if you are new, this is my sister Jen. She's a.
You think we're growing our audience? What's wrong with you? there is no one here right now that wasn't here on day one.
That's what I'm saying. If you're
No.
We're losing people.
Bardoan joints actually. Naranja
Yeah,
isn't
but
being-
that doesn't count. We know him personally.
So I want to reintroduce my sister Jen. She fills in from time to time on the show. Yeah, she filled in once, but she's awesome. And here she is with her story.
So I was turning 2 when we went on this trip to Delaware. So I don't know why I remember this. Probably the trauma. I was scared of E.T. and his finger, and my mom and her sister were watching, I guess, Porky's. And I told them, Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
If you know their mom, like this,
Yeah.
I don't even want to listen to the rest of the story.
But here's the thing.
My mom's sister.
My mom's sister is,
Polar opposite. Of
God
my
rest
mom.
God rest her soul. Just
Wild.
amazing. Like the funniest human being on the planet.
Okay.
So I was like, Rob, Nick was there too, but I was like, I'm gonna go find mom. Basically, like I got up, knowing me, it's something I would do now. Like I don't want to be here, so I'm leaving. So I got up and went to go find my mom, and I got like lost in the theater, and I ended up in the ticket booth, and I sat with the lady in the ticket booth, and it was back in the day in the 80s, and so I was pushing the tickets to the customers and selling movie tickets.
That's so good.
Until we all came out of our various screenings, and then there's Jen slinging tickets.
I'm also guessing Nick was in Porky's too.
No, Nick. I think Nick was with us in the ET screening.
Okay.
And our cousins. Like there was, it was. We went to go see family out there, so there was a whole bunch of us. Anyways, so that's the story. There's inadvertent adult content.
So basically, when his 2-year-old sister said, "I want to go find mom," he was like, "Go."
Deuces. Peace. I'll see ya.
Yeah, that's the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and look how well she turned out. Nothing's broken.
Yeah,
fine.
she's the most responsible one out of all you guys now.
Yep.
Out of all of us. Not just out of all of us, but out of all of us.
Oh yeah,
Very much
for
so.
sure.
All right. Well, Jen, you stick around. If you want to hang out for the rest of the show, feel free. I'll leave it like this.
I'll just sit right here.
Yeah.
Like Justin needs to.
Yeah.
Wait, what? And what?
I'll sit here with Rob like Timmy and Tommy do with you.
Oh yeah. It's kind of the same.
You should bring Tommy in here too. So it's
It's a family show.
I don't know what
I
he's
need to
doing.
I need to find someone.
You need like a little midget to hang out with you.
Or maybe
Little person, dude.
Okay.
you just sock
This is-
bucket, Neil.
That you can't just go into like a public forum saying midget.
Really?
Yeah, no, dude. This
Okay.
lives on the internet now.
So I'm canceled? Am I getting canceled?
No, I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Somewhere down the road, when you become rich and famous with your reefer,
Weed.
they're gonna bring back this clip.
I don't think that's really going to happen.
I mean, in all fairness, there was a little person entertainer named Bridget and who billed herself as Bridget the Midget. I mean,
But she can call herself that.
well, no, but she also wants to be advertised as such.
But he's saying it.
What if I identify as a midget?
Yeah. I'm
Oh.
6
A little person.
Oh, we're going down this road.
Well, look, hey, look,
Why identify as a little person?
not to get too serious right off the bat. I didn't make a list today for the show. I'll be perfectly honest. But I saw something on Facebook today that I literally laughed out loud. And obviously it is not a funny topic at all. But it was on CNN. I don't know if it's real or not. I'm going to look it up so I can get make sure it's the right words here that I'm going to say. What the hell? There's no way he took this down. Wow, he took it down.
Who took what down?
I'm talking. A friend of mine put up this post today, and it was a screenshot of like a CNN interview. I don't know if it was real or not. I asked him if it was real. I didn't get a response, and he took it down. So maybe, it was fake. But it said it was about the shooter that just came out. He was like, the little caption said Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta. Atlanta shooter, Arab, but considers himself morally white.
Born here.
What?
So he identifies as white. Was that fake? Was that fake? Is that?
I don't know. I didn't even see
What-
it.
Well, yeah, and now it's taken down. So maybe it was fake and he realized it and took it down. I don't know.
I mean, not for nothing, but a lot of I don't know. There is no box on the census for people of the Middle East to
Right.
identify as being Middle Eastern. As a matter of fact, we're told that when you look at a census, it says white people from Europe or the Middle East and North Africa. That's what. So it doesn't matter what I identify. I could identify as a Martian. The legal definition of my ethnicity, according to the United States government, is that I'm a white guy. I don't think so. This nose says I'm definitely not. But maybe I'm white adjacent. A nice, maybe a cafe mocha kind of color. Like a what is it? I'm a Swiss coffee. I'm not quite
like a frappuccino color.
Yeah, I'm a caramel frappuccino. I'm a nice khaki.
So I'm guessing that wasn't true. But when I saw it, I literally laughed out loud. I was like, what does this mean? Like you could just identify as anything you want these days?
I think so at this point.
What, Jen?
Born here in America, the guy.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
Well, first of all, would they write is forgive my ignorance. Is
All right.
Arab the right nomenclature anyway?
Well, I think it's a very broad term. It's a very easy way to paint with a very broad brush, right? Because while Arabic is a language, and a lot of people speak Arabic, you can also find Arabic in a lot of other countries that are not in the Arabian Peninsula or in the Levantine area. I don't think we've ever talked about it on this show, but a lot of the cultures are very nuanced. People from let's say Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria have a very distinct version and culturally have different food, different dialect of Arabic that you would find, let's say, in somebody in Egypt or somebody that you would find in the Gulf states. So, to answer your question, it's used because it's easy, but it's not entirely accurate either.
Wait,
Right.
Bardot enjoins Noran is saying technically he's Asian.
Iran is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So wouldn't that fall? Wouldn't
Well, he's
you? Wouldn't? I can't. I'm like I'm sorry. I'm like stuck right now.
For those who don't
I'm
know,
so
Neil,
tired and
this is
hungry.
also third broadcast of the day, by the way. So, Neil, I'm gonna just I'm gonna go to bat for you. You just came off doing an all '90s set just about an hour ago, and then you did a set earlier in the day as well. So, if Neil's running a little sluggish today, I don't know. Maybe if there was a coffee company that one of us owned, that he might be able to.
I had actually already drank a cup like about an hour ago, and I'm kind of just burnt.
So hold on. So just to jump in real quick, like India is in Asia, as you are saying, Naran. So yes, of course you're considered Asian.
Right. And there's all this stuff, right, where it's very, as a matter of fact, so is the Middle East. It's a chunk of the Middle East is in Asia, the rest is in Asia Minor. But I think as Claudia, who else put it in? Let's see.
Lisa said she's Iranian Persian. She says Asian as well.
But I think with this shooter, they still don't know where he's from, where his descent is from. So he's American born, right?
Yeah, he was born here, and he's an asshole.
But it's his religion that they're using to state that he's Arab or whatever. But they don't know that for sure because he could be from anywhere.
Here,
maybe he just had a bad day.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That was the other guy, right? That was the other guy.
Yeah, that was the other guy. Listen,
Okay.
Anybody that goes out and takes out a whole bunch of other people, you're an asshole. I don't care. I don't care what shade you are. I don't care what God you pray to. If you're a terrorist, and in that mindset, you're going out to harm people, and you deserve whatever's coming to you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Now, since Naran is here, I want to throw something out there. Give someone some. What's the word? Props. That's old. No one says props anymore, right?
Dap them up.
No cap. No cap.
So there's this dude, and I'm not on TikTok quite that often, but once a day I'll scroll on TikTok for 15 minutes or so.
While you're on the computer, but go on.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, people would have figured that out. We didn't need to throw it in their face.
It's okay. So
there is a
go ahead.
There is a stand-up comic, and his TikTok name is like Finding Nimesh.
Oh, he's the best.
Do you know who this guy is? He is. I cannot stop laughing when I listen to him tell any story, and this is not going to be racist at all, but the way he talks, like just his the cadence of how he speaks, reminds me so much of Naran, and I laugh every time because when I was living in Idaho, there was one Indian guy that lived in the entire place I lived, literally one. And I would run into him every once in a while. And I would always take a picture and send it to Narad. I was like, found your boy again. And that was like a thing that we would laugh about all the time.
Definitely
But
racist.
it's not racist at all. Stop. Narad, tell me I'm lying.
Racist.
That I didn't send those pictures to you. No, I would see him in the park and I'd be like, hey, here's your friend laying in the park.
That's great. That's awesome.
Am I wrong? That's definitely racist. That is.
I mean, I don't go around snapping pictures of Panda Expresses and sending them to my Asian friends. Like, hey, found your restaurant.
I know this must be your jam.
Oh God!
Finding Nimesh, I think it's his cadence is, dude, just sounds like he's half stoned, half drunk.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's Naran. That's exactly Naran. So that's why.
In that case.
Oh man, I find him hilarious. That was the point of my.
I'm going to go on TikTok and find this.
Dude, he's really funny.
This guy, his humor, it's all observational humor. He does a lot of crowd work. And, the guy's good. The guy's really good.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering what's happening back behind me.
I didn't know we were allowed snacks on the show.
There are. Well, it's in the peanut gallery, in the popcorn gallery.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to say peanut gallery. I think that's racist.
Is it really?
I believe it is. I know you'll look it up, but I believe that is racist.
Now I have to look. Peanut Gallery, a gallery in the theater where cheaper seats are located. A group of people who criticize someone, often by focusing on insignificant details. That's from the Oxford Dictionary. Peanut Gallery, let me put in derogatory? Common phrases that are possibly racist.
Oh, we should talk about all these because I guarantee you that we just probably use them and don't even know.
Peanut Gallery. According to linguistics experts, the origin of this phrase derives from the late 1800 vaudeville era, a popular style of entertainment which included jugglers, comedians, singers, and more. The Peanut Gallery was the cheapest section of seats, usually occupied by people with limited means.
Which is not me.
However, in the segregated South, seats in the back or upper balcony levels were reserved mostly for black people, according to author Stuart Berg. So I guess the two terms kind of got conflated. So it was originally that term, and then it got moved because of segregated theaters. So it's not exactly, but some of these terms will... You want me to run through them?
I would like to know if any would surprise me.
So when you're describing, let's say, shutters, blinds, or wedding styles, and it's a plantation shutter or plantation blinds, that is considered to be offensive because plantations, obviously, most of the people that work there, or everybody that worked there, with the exception of the owners, really didn't have a choice on being there. The term off the reservation is considered insensitive.
Did you know that you're not really supposed to use the term savage?
Really? Why?
I
Yep.
didn't.
Like if someone like ruins someone with like a comeback or something, and you say, "Oh man, that's savage." Nope, not allowed to say that.
Why?
It's offensive to Native Americans.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
Also,
so wait, are we saying that Native Americans are savages?
Yes, that's what you're saying. I know that because I work with a guy who's Native American, and he told me that. And then at the same time, he calls me savage all the time. But I guess he's allowed to.
There's popcorn.
I didn't know we were allowed snacks. I thought after our remember that one guest we had, like in like episode like 3 or something, and we were like, "What the fuck, fucking snacks?" Like she ate like a whole meal.
If Jen has snacks on camera, I'm gonna have snacks on camera.
I have no problem
What are you
with
snacking on?
camera. Bordeaux's got an issue. He's saying, Jen's chewing is loud. There's too much chewing in the background. I'm saying
That's me.
it sounds just fine.
It's probably Neil.
me. I'm eating trail mix.
Good for you, Neil. So
I
healthy.
ate some trail mix today.
I had some kettle
I like-
corn.
So I'm working like regularly now, like actually in a place where I have to go every day. And it's kind of in the middle of like an industrial area. So to get any kind of food, it's like I got to get in my car and like drive like 10 minutes. So I just bought a bunch of snacks last week. So I've been snacking. Like my lunch today was like a Hot Pocket and a yogurt and some like trail mix.
All right.
It's terrible. It's just the worst.
I take no issue with that.
I like a nice meal. It could be healthy, but I like a full meal. Like I like eating like a salad. I'd like to feel full at the end of my meal.
Is there this? We have this room in our house. I don't know if you have one there. It's called a kitchen, and you can actually prepare meals and take them with you to work. I don't know if like that the salad you could go into that room. Once again, you might want to write it down. It's called a kitchen. KITCHEN.
Yeah,
It's
but I don't have
sink and
anything.
refrigerator.
I don't have anything to put it in and travel with.
No,
like what would you call something like that? Like
Discovered this
Tupperware?
amazing
Like
store. I discovered this amazing store
A lunch pail?
called Costco, and you can get these things called like Tupperware, and you can take your items and put them. It's like plastic and with matching lids, and then you can put it into a bag or a backpack or a briefcase or a duffel bag.
anything that starts with B.
Right. And then you can take it to work. And then the best part is you get to take it home and do it all over again. Not that I've ever done it. Lord knows I love me a drive-through more than anybody else. But
Well, why would you bring food to work when you work in a place that serves food?
because I work from home more days than not now.
No.
But not for long.
So, have both of you guys received your second vaccine?
No.
April.
A week from today.
I'm like a week and a
Interesting.
half.
So if I get
So-
side effects, it's going to be the Neil and Justin show.
If what? Okay.
If I get my side effects, it's going to be the Neil and Justin show. I'll just be like, I got the flu. But yeah.
So in the state of Arizona, they made an announcement 2 days ago that as of today, anyone over the age of 18 can get the vaccine.
You going to do it?
I tried today and you couldn't get. It was harder. Harder to find an appointment than like a sneaker drop. It's like hitting, click. Nothing available.
This is why I scrambled to get mine, because I knew.
And then
that
there was
gonna
one
happen.
available, and then you go to and you click on the time, you click accept. Oh, it's already gone. It happened to me like 15 times today.
It's like being on the sneakers app and you're like, oh, we didn't pick you.
100%. That's what it was like.
Yeah.
But I am also. I actually had one. I confirmed one.
Okay.
But it was for. I just wanted to do it to see, because after speaking with our friend, my personal physician, who we all know.
He happens to be a gynecologist, mind you, but please proceed.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I mean, he's a
Your
guy.
personal physician is a
gynecologist.
gynecologist?
He's the guy. The word "guy" is the name.
Yeah.
guy is it?
Can't have a gynecologist without a guy.
And you're saying that that's your personal physician?
Look, we have a really good friend of ours who is a OBGYN. But he's very, very smart, and he knows what's going on in the world. He's not your typical doctor. At least I wouldn't think of him in that way. But anyway,
he's not.
He has a lot of knowledge.
Apparently not, because your personal physician.
He tells you to drop trowel. He's gonna look at it like it's foreign. Like I don't know what.
What is this?
Like, does this go in the thing? I guess this is what goes in.
Oh, this is the other side.
After he's the guy I go to for advice on everything. Like, I get a rash on my elbow and I'm like, hey, what is that? And he'll be like, just cut it off. You're going to die. Like, that's the advice I get from him. So I asked him, I said, which one do I get? And he said, Johnson & Johnson. So that's apparently the hardest one to find. So I had an appointment for, through the state of Arizona, I confirmed an appointment, and then it tells you which vaccine it was. Like, they didn't even tell you before you signed up. And that's not the one I wanted, so I canceled it. But now I can't.
I don't think you have a choice.
So now you're vaccine shopping?
I never had a choice. I don't think anybody had a choice.
You live in New York. We don't. So, yes,
I
you
don't
have
know.
a choice.
Bar
Certain
joints
lo-
and
certain-
because he got it. He got it in California. Did anybody in the chat get a choice of which vaccine they got? Because there's a few people in here that had it.
I did. I got a choice.
You did?
Yeah. So I went through CVS. I got my first vaccine through CVS, and it actually, it said, like, when I was signing up for my appointment, it said check the box of the one that you're trying to get. And I said I want the Moderna shot, and I got the Moderna shot.
Yeah, there are all different locations around the county, and it'll tell you which location has what. Hey, Nikki Chips, you live out here. Did you get yours yet? Did you have anywhere you go? Do you have a connection? Like anyone I can meet in the back alley or something? But yeah, so yes, I am totally going to get it as soon as I can find an appointment.
But why wouldn't you get?
What's that?
Why wouldn't you just get vaccinated? Why wouldn't you just take what's available?
Because if I have a choice and it's waiting another day or two to get the one that my doctor, the guy I go to for all my advice, suggested to go to, and it's not because it's only one shot or, as opposed to two. It's the one that, he thinks from his research is the better actual vaccine. So if it's me waiting an extra, even if it was an extra week, what's the difference? Because with the other one, it's 2 shots anyway. So I figured I'd be patient.
So just to clarify, we are basing your decisions based on the information provided to you by your gynecologist.
Yes.
Okay. And full disclosure, he happens to be my gynecologist too. Just so that Justin doesn't take all the heat on this. Listen, every group of friends. Oh, go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
No. So he was explaining to some friends. I was at dinner with him last week, and he was explaining to our friends why they should take Johnson & Johnson. And I totally forgot what he was saying because I was, I was out for the first time and no, I wasn't drunk. I only had 3 drinks over the course of like a 3-hour dinner. So I actually sent him a text today and I said, hey, what was the reasoning for Johnson & Johnson over one of the others? I know you were telling Chris at dinner, but I was enjoying my vodka more than your story.
Can I guess why it was? I'm going to guess.
Sure.
Why. The Johnson & Johnson is an adenovirus that's been it's been weakened, whereas the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are mRNA vaccines, which basically send a code to the cells to identify what to look for. So they function in different ways, but one is basically the dead virus. It functions the Johnson & Johnson is very much like the flu shot. You're getting inoculated with a dead version of the actual virus, whereas this one, the mRNA ones, are cellular programming, I think. And to answer another question to the chat room really quick, guys, every group of friends has professionals in their life, whether it's the lawyer, the doctor, the real estate agent, that everybody in that group of friends goes to for specific advice. So the reason why Justin's guy and my guy in this instance as well is a gynecologist is because in our group of friends, that's our doctor, that's our homie, and he happens to be an OBGYN. So we'll go to him for sports injuries. We'll go to him for...
I already have. Yes.
Yeah, all of the above. Like, if it has anything to do with medicine, and in the same breath, we also have friends that are lawyers, and it could be real estate law, it could be trademark law, it could be fighting a parking ticket. We're still going to go to that one guy, regardless of what his official, whatever's hanging on his wall says, type of lawyer
Correct.
he is. We're still going to go to that guy. So that's why it's a gynecologist. It's because that's the homie.
So his answer to me was, haha, J&J is a single dose, and the delivery protein formulation is less likely to have any long-term effects. And I wrote back, delivery protein sounds dirty. And he said, it is.
TikTok says otherwise, though. So I don't know. TikTok, every single TikTok you see says that in 5 years, if you took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, you could be eligible for compensation.
Well, then it's a no-lose situation.
Did you get paid?
So
If I'm totally vaccinated and everything goes good, great. If I get fucked up in 5 years, I'm, eligible for compensation.
You're going to call the gynecologist as well as the parking traffic lawyer, the traffic ticket lawyer, to represent you.
So you have mesothelioma.
Yes. Hey guys.
Yes.
We broke a promise today.
We did.
We did. We promised to lead with a topic that we didn't cover last week. We told everybody that we were going to lead with this. We actually did it as a tease. And 42 minutes into the show, we have yet to cover this topic. I wanted to point that out there because I care about our viewers, all 4 of them. I very much care about them, and I want to make sure that when people show up, that they're getting what they signed up for.
Yep. And Justin, you led this show. Now you're being a dick.
All right.
And Jen wants me to point out the fact that you are now the loud chewer, Neil.
I claimed it. I claimed it in the beginning.
In the comments, they took it back and said that it was actually you, that was not me. So
No. I was like, I think it's me. I'm pretty sure.
I'm snacking too. Like, I'm hungry now. So
I think I know. Is this the cleaning lady topic?
Yeah. It's been brought up.
Okay, well,
chat.
This is like perfect because my cleaning lady came today.
Today.
Do you guys hear that beeping?
That is not me.
No, it's me. I'm just wondering if anybody else could hear it. It's my brother not realizing that we're doing a show, and he's like multiple texting me. He's one of those guys.
Who, Jordan's there?
He's texting me. He's not here.
Oh.
If Jordan was here, he'd be in the picture. Okay.
We should probably be politically correct. Cleaning person.
She's a fucking lady.
Okay.
Okay.
Right on.
I
mean, moving on.
That's exactly what I thought you were doing. Like, all right, let's just keep moving.
No, I mean, what my cleaning lady's a lady. What am I supposed to? I'm supposed to call her a cleaning person? She's an actual lady.
What if she identifies as a him? He, him, they, or whatever.
As white? What if she,
or a little person?
Oh God. Okay, so here was the discussion. I put this on my Facebook one day, and I know. Look, I'm fully aware that a large portion of the population is one way, and me and the other part of the population are this way. So When you have a cleaning lady coming over your house or a cleaning person, since we're
There you
not
go.
specifically talking about my cleaning lady,
A housekeeper, perhaps?
Perhaps.
a housekeeper. But a housekeeper, I think of Alice from Brady Bunch, someone that lives there.
Do you still use stewardess?
Flight attendant.
Yeah.
I, of course, use flight attendant, but I think it's stupid. Why can't it be a... I am respectful and I use it, but why can't it be a stewardess or a steward? Why can't a waiter why isn't it a waiter or a waitress? Server sounds way more degrading than waiter or waitress.
You know what has not changed?
My server, serve me.
The trash man. I never thought about it. That one's never changed. The trash man.
Engineer.
Huh?
What?
Sanitation engineer.
Is it?
No, I just made it.
No.
No one's ever said trash person.
It's sanitation worker.
Yeah, it's sanitation.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And I never called. I don't know about you guys. Maybe there's a West Coast thing. For us East Coasters, it was garbage man, not trash man.
For LA, when I growing up in California, it was always trash man. But I was also a kid, so
No,
probably wouldn't.
most places outside of New York, people call it trash, and I always say garbage.
I say rubbish.
No, you don't.
rubbish.
Ew.
Wow.
You don't say rubbish. You're making
say-
it up.
I know.
No. I've heard
And
rubbish
Jen is even
before.
See, I love having Jen back there because she just calls you out on your bullshit.
No, it's not. By the way, just briefly, one card Monty's asking, who's the orange lady that looks like she works for Caltrans? That's my sister Jen. She's a frequent guest of the show.
This is a great sweatshirt, guys.
And then also asking, what's up with the popcorn? So the popcorn, I took a friend today. I actually took someone to go get a inoculation at the Del Mar Fairgrounds here in San Diego. And in the process, when you're leaving, because it's at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, they actually had some of the fair type foods
Come on.
available for purchase on the way out.
No way.
I swear to God. Which
Did
is
they
like,
have the guy that fries everything?
No, so there was no chicken Charlie. However, they did have like the funnel cake. They had
I was
the funnel
just
cake
about to ask that.
Funnel cake booth was open, kettle corn booth was open, and one or two others. So I was like, here's my $11. Give me a stack of kettle corn, and we've been snacking on it ever since. So there we go.
Wow.
That's the answer. Sorry. Back to housekeepers.
Yes.
Okay. So, part of the population, me not included, feels the need to clean their house before the housekeeper comes, cleaning person comes. I find this utterly ridiculous and insane. But I am not stupid enough to not understand that there is a major percentage of the population that cleans the house before they come. I don't get it. It makes me like, nothing about that makes sense to me. I use extra shit when I know she's coming the next day.
So are you like the guy that goes to a hotel room and throws his towels all over the fucking room, and leaves the water running, uses every light in the house, turns
Poops on the
every
floor.
light in the appliance because you know that I already paid for this shit, so I'm getting my money's worth? Are you that guy?
You are that guy.
Well,
What was that pause for?
the silence
No,
was
I'm
just like, hell yeah.
Silence is-
the second I walk in a hotel, I put the AC on like 43 degrees, as low as it'll go. I turn on all the lights. Yes,
Of course.
I turn on all the lights. I don't know
Okay.
why, but I do.
What?
What?
Washes his hands, takes the hand towel, throws it off the fucking balcony.
Yeah. Spray
Yes.
paints. Justin Zotz was here on the wall.
Yeah, I'm paying for this.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just an
I'm not an animal. You know what? I'm going to start a poll.
It only makes me look. I've never watched Curved, but I have seen a piece of it, and it's that one part where he's like, "Get in that ass, Larry." And you're the dude that got in his ass. It was like, Justin Zotz was here, ate a candy bar, threw the wrapper on the floor.
When Crazy Eyes Killer. That was a Crazy Eyes Killer episode.
He was like, get in that ass, Larry. Get in there.
No.
Open that motherfucker wide open.
You're mixing up episodes.
That's the episode this is the episode I'm talking about. This is the one where he's just like, get in that ass, Larry. Open that motherfucker wide open. Get in there and just
Step in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Spray paint.
The one that I'm thinking of was when Larry goes to Crazy Eyes Killer's house, and he just throws stuff on the floor, and he's like, he like calls for the cleaning lady to pick it up. So I guess nobody watches that show.
So that's what you were doing, basically.
No, I can't find how to do a poll. Anyone know how to do a poll?
Our cleaning lady was supposed to come yesterday. And she ended up having car trouble, so she didn't make it. But Rob and I cleaned the entire house before she came.
That's crazy.
Wait, so can I explain my mindset on this? May I?
You may.
All right. So I know that this person is coming to clean the house, and I know that this, there's certain things that I would rather not do. She has a finite period of time between 3 and 4 hours. I know that I'm paying for that, so at an hourly rate. So as far as I'm concerned, I would much rather pick my clothes up off the floor, fold my own stuff, put my laundry away, pick my trash up off the floor, get things kind of organized for her in advance so that I don't have to worry about, I'm not the one cleaning the shower, cleaning the commode, the sinks or whatever. Like, I just want to give her the time to do the things that are really important, the things that I would rather not do. Change the sheets on the bed, stuff like that. So when I pre-clean, it's really organizing. Also, I don't want this person coming into my home thinking that I'm somehow some sort of an animal, like living with stuff all over the place. And, like somehow I throw clothes into the hamper the way Shaq shoots free throws. Like, I know how to put my clothes in the hamper. They, slam dunk it every time.
Yeah, but we're not mopping the floor before she mops the floor.
Correct. Like, we're not doing that, but I'm going to pick up all my shit off the floor so that when she mops it, it doesn't take her 2 hours to mop the floor.
We're like cleaning the shower.
Well, that's where I think your mistake is.
Well, I should set up an obstacle course like it's fucking Mario Kart for her?
No, I could not care less how long it takes you to clean my house. I have a set number that you get paid. If it takes you 12 minutes, great. You just made $150 in 12 minutes. If it takes you 6 hours, it's your own fault. I've made an agreement. It's $150 to clean the house. I don't care how long it takes you. So I don't know what to say.
I got things to do.
Here, so you think that it's unnecessary to tip? I'm like reading the chat right now.
No, in a hotel room, I always leave some money. I'm saying in my house, I don't pay an hourly wage. I'm just paying someone to get the job done. Here's the job. What is that job worth to you? $150? Okay, deal. Now, from that point on, it doesn't matter to me how long it takes.
So if it takes that person 12 hours.
But it's not.
Okay, let's make it a little bit more reasonable. Instead of, let's say, an average, what's the average time? 2 hours to do your house? 3 hours?
Forget my house. I think the average time a cleaning lady is in someone's house, in a normal size 2,000 to 3,000 square foot house. I think the normal time that it would take your typical cleaning person is 4 to 5 hours. Okay? I think that's fair. Don't you?
4 to 5 hours? Okay.
Yes. What's that?
Jen says 5 to 6. Our house is
okay. Call it 6 hours. Okay. Now, if we have a deal, look, I'm not having a rager in my house and then having her come the next day and clean up after it. That's just not reality. Reality is, she comes, she cleans the bathroom, she does some sheets, the kitchen, mops the floors, and does the carpets. Right? It's gonna take.
And like wiping down behind the bed and like cleaning windows and stuff, or she
No. Like maybe once a year.
See, and I think
I
was gonna say, and I think that's the difference. Like, so I'll move my stuff and I'll get stuff out of the way because I want the floorboards wiped down. I want the blinds wiped down and stuff like that. So I will do the cursory stuff so that she could do. And as a matter of fact, Jilly in the chat, hi Jilly, is saying exactly. My cleaning lady vacuums, mops, scrubs, takes out the trash. She doesn't organize my shit so that she can then clean. I think of them as sanitizers or deep cleaners. And I think that's the mindset where my head is at when I pre-clean, is that I need to be clean regardless. That's just the way I am. And I get organized so that she can do the deep stuff that I'd rather not be doing. A couple other quick comments in the chat room. Let's see. There's something to say about paying, but also being respectful to them so that they're respectful of your stuff. I actually very much respect that. Like, if I was doing that job and I walked into a house where it looked like a bomb went off, I would just feel like they just didn't care about me. And I know that it's a contracted, thing. I get that.
The house doesn't look like that, is what I'm saying. This isn't a frat house.
I understand that, but still, my house isn't a frat house either, but I'm just saying.
I know, and I think you're crazy for cleaning up before she comes, because I know your house. I've been to your house more than once, I'm guessing, probably on an off cycle of it being cleaned. And guess what? It's still freaking clean.
Yeah.
And look, if you have a cleaning person, I can't believe I'm saying cleaning person. If you have a cleaning lady and she comes every other week, and guess what? And you clean your house every other week on the opposite weeks, there's nothing wrong with that. But to take time out of your day to do something that you're paying someone else to do when it's not unreasonable, you've already agreed on what the job is. If she shows up with 4 people and it takes an hour, great. I don't care. I'm not paying you less. We've agreed to a price on a job. Now, right. I will say something pissed me off today.
You don't say.
Imagine that.
Please tell us more.
As you can imagine, I am pretty set in my ways when it comes to certain things, right?
You don't
Since
say.
when?
Please tell us more.
I am very regimented when it comes to certain things. Okay. And this is from my years as a bartender, where you take something from here, you put it back right there. You take something from over there, you put it back there. Because when you're busy in a bar and you're working on muscle memory and you go to grab something, which is where it's supposed to be, and it's not there, shit goes down. Okay?
Claudia in the chat is asking me, so do you clean for your cleaning lady? Man, I was raised old school. I clean all this shit myself. I don't understand this cleaning lady thing.
I have a couple kids and a roommate.
Man, I don't trust cleaning people. They don't get it in like I do. So I use bleach on everything. Everything is getting cleaned. I've seen cleaning ladies do shit and I'm like, you're just shuffling dirt around. So, Claudia, to answer your question, I don't have a cleaning lady. I clean before the cleaning lady, which is me. I wash my dishes and then I put it in the dishwasher. Do you guys do that?
We don't have a dishwasher.
No, but when we did, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wash my dishes, put it in the dishwasher, run the dishwasher.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Oh, God.
Like a real wash. Like not just rinsing it off. Like you actually fully wash the plate.
I got dishwashing soap. I put it on the sponge, scrub, throw them shits inside the... Let's go, Justin. Let's go.
That's just as crazy as cleaning.
No, you're supposed to rinse your dishes before they go in the dishwasher.
That's not what I'm saying. I rinse too. He's not saying rinse. He's saying clean.
I mean, if you're gonna rinse it, and you have a sponge. You might as well just put a soap on it. You know,
if you put a sponge on it and you clean it, why does it need to go in the dishwasher?
Wait, do you guys take showers before you jump in the swimming pool? Like they say, like, you know, at your local YMCA, please hose off before you get in the pool. You're still
If
going to
you're
get
at the local YMCA, yes. But if you're at your house, no. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it does.
I think
it has
it's a
everything to do with pre-doing something before you actually do something. It's in the same thing.
I wanted to ask the question when you first. I was like, "Do you wash your dishes before you put it in the dishwasher?" Because
I rinse them.
We're essentially talking about
Rinse, not wash. Because if you wash it, why do you need to put it in the dishwasher if you just washed it?
To sanitize it.
numb nuts. Sorry,
Numb nuts. That's such a
there
good
was
word.
there was such a pause there. I was like, "Okay, here you go, Neil."
This
Get
is
him.
it. You've been waiting to use that, haven't you?
No,
4 days ago, I was like, "I'm going to call this dude a numb nuts at some point."
Scrape, wash, rinse, clean, put it in the dishwasher, run it on a sanitary cycle. It bombards it with the hot water and the hot steam so that it becomes completely sanitary. There's no food remnants. There's no, bacteria or whatever on the plates. Put them back where they live, and that's how you roll.
Do you wash your car before you wash your car?
I don't know. Does your washing machine have a pre-wash cycle? There's a freaking label for it, people. Yes.
If I had the air horn, enter air horn here.
If we only knew a DJ that had an air horn.
Yeah, I'm like, enter air horn here.
So back to my point.
Yes, please proceed.
You wash your
I
plate,
walk-
you get the food and the dry particles and everything off of them before you put it into the dishwasher.
I do that.
And you don't wash it with soap though to get it all off before you put it in. You just rinse it with water.
Rinse it with water. If there's stuff that doesn't come off, I will take a little scouring pad or sponge and make sure everything is like not stuck on there. Yeah. But as far as like do a full cleaning, if I'm going to do a full cleaning, it's clean. I'm not doing anything else.
What are you doing?
On my podcast. Come here.
Why?
Say hello.
Wait, it's Friday?
No, it's not Friday.
He sounded like me
Tim is just
about
as
5
confused-
hours ago.
Tim is just as confused as our audience. Hi, Timmy.
Yeah. Zilla saying hi.
Hi, pal.
There was a time when I was like early 20s, probably 22, 23. I had a roommate. I think I've told this story a million times, but you might have forgotten it. Had a roommate who had lived in this apartment before I did. So then he moved out and took all his stuff with him. Everything there was basically his.
And he left you a spork and you washed it once.
I asked him just to leave me one fork and one spoon. Just so I had something, right? So I had one fork in this house for like not a short amount of time. And I would, eat with the fork, then like maybe rinse it off, take a little paper towel. And that was it. Go back in the drawer. But that's when I was like 22 years old, 23. So I know that's disgusting. So back to my story. Jesus Christ. It's like the tangent episode. Not that it's different than any other episode. So I came in the house today after being at work, and I go to hook up my computer to like I have a big monitor, and everything on my desk is in a different place. I thought that was a little aggressive to go on someone's desk and move their shit around to clean.
That's Rob's biggest pet peeve ever. Drives him bonkers.
I have like thousands of dollars in like cards on my desk, and they were like moved.
That's Rob. Same thing he said yesterday.
If
my remote is here, why did you move it here?
Yeah. If I had anything to say, like, don't touch my shit. What's the movie Stripes? Yeah, the movie Stripes.
Touch my stuff, I'll kill you.
I kill you. You touch my shit, I kill you. I'm a place for everything and everything in its place kind of guy. That's just my thing. Like I like that level of familiarity. I know where things are. I want to be able to find them there. I literally had a meltdown not too long ago when we were doing some work here in the house, And I might like shoes from time to time. I have a collection, a small collection perhaps, and you know, unbeknownst to me, all of a sudden they were on a wall, and then they were not on that wall, and it drove me nuts knowing that they got moved from one position in the house to another, and I flipped out about it because I just like
They didn't move from one section of the house to another.
Okay, go ahead.
They were packed.
And
so they were out in a room stacked very nicely, and because you know the house is under construction, they were packed very nicely to be put into storage.
I don't want to.
Without him knowing that they were going to get packed.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to pack them.
I want my shit in storage. I like my stuff.
He was pissed.
And another thing, I go into my bathroom. I go into my bathroom, and everything is off the counter.
Where is it supposed to be?
Like, no, like I have like, you know, that like Myers hand soap pump.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have known unless you made the pump gesture, but please,
you know,
Myers hand soap pump. Okay.
Like I get cleaning the countertop. Wouldn't you leave the soap? Wouldn't you leave my electric toothbrush up there? Like everything is off. Like all the stuff that I need for every time I go in the bathroom. Why wouldn't you put that back?
Where were they?
Like in the lower cabinets.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me.
That's weird.
I think that you should write up a list of grievances and present it to your cleaning crew on camera.
I don't even know her name. I got her from Matt Mira.
Wow.
And so she's great. I guess. I don't know.
That's the other thing, right? So most of the people that I've worked with in this space come on referrals, right? Like you got referred somebody. That's the other reason why I pre-clean. I'm absolutely terrified that on an off day, the cleaning person's going to come and tell the person that referred us together that we live like in squalor somehow, or whatever. So that's another reason. Like I'm not
worried about that. You shouldn't be either. You're clean people.
Just saying.
The only dirty part of my house, it's not dirty. It's just unorganized at times because I have two little Tasmanian devils that live here.
This is true.
That's not dirty. It's just, mayhem.
Judge Neil Jackson. Welcome to the People's Court. Judge Neil Jackson, having heard both arguments, both from Justin Zotz.
Justin's wrong.
And there it is. I didn't even get it.
See, he wasn't even listening.
I was listening to you. Justin's wrong.
As well as to our friends in the chat room. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but listen, if you're on Team Zotz, just put Zotz. And if you're on Team Zilla, put Zilla. We'd like to get your opinions in the chat room. I'd like to know, if you are Team pre-clean or not clean. Well, that's not exactly true. But yeah, we want to know, which side of the arguments you guys land on, because inquiring minds want to know. Nikki Chips, that's one for you, Justin.
Naran just basically before that agreed with me, so he doesn't have to put my name in the chat.
No.
What do you mean? No.
Claudia is Team pre-clean. Jilly Bean, Team pre-clean. Let's see. Jen is Team pre-clean.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else we got coming up in here.
I thought we were doing a poll.
Well, we didn't have a poll, so.
Where's Jenna?
B and Z Action Team pre-clean. Lisa S Team pre-clean.
We won.
I'm going to say that, here we go. Glenda's saying pre-clean. Claudia's saying pre-organized, not pre-clean. I'll still take that. Samuel, to clarify, pre-clean dishes or pre-clean for the housekeeper. In the context, it is pre-clean for the housekeeper. Hey, Jay-Z, check the private chat, will you?
I did. It's done.
Okay, thank you. Bordeaux's like, I'm team. If my crew is happy and leaves happy, then I'm happy. That's good. And if your place is clean, I'm sure you're happy too. So far in the voting, I'm thinking Team Pre-Clean might have this, Jay-Z.
Nah, no way. Wait, what just happened? Oh, no,
Are,
nothing.
are you disputing the results of this election in Arizona? You don't say.
Wait, what?
I said, are you disputing the
That's
results
funny.
of this election in Arizona? Surely you don't say.
Oh shit, Neil, you're not a mod? I'm not. You know what? No, I'm not fucking making you a mod because you've never made me a mod on your channel.
Dude, you need a fucking
You heard
mod
me.
in here.
Nope. Not
You don't even know how to run polls. You don't know how to
Not
bounce
you.
people out of the chat. You know,
Zilla, would you like to be a mod?
No.
somebody, anybody.
I made
Put
Lisa a mod. You
fucking
told me to make
anyone.
Lisa a mod. I made Lisa a mod.
There we go. Okay, Lisa.
This was like a week ago. Not like a week ago. It was like 10 minutes ago.
Lisa, thank you for being, we anoint you modest with the mostest. Thank you. Moving on. That's gonna be my new thing. When we just beat a topic to death. Moving on.
Carry on. Carry on. Hey, wait. So did we figure it out? Pre-clean?
Yes, Naran, you're allowed to curse. We know that you're not going to insult anyone. Like, not fun. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not worried about you. There are some other people in here. Whatever. So Neil,
Yes.
you and I. Wow, this is so funny that Samuel just wrote this in the chat because this is what I was just about to bring up. So you and I did a stream earlier in the week.
Yes.
Zilla, did you know about this?
So sorry, I got distracted. One more time, Justin. Sorry.
So Neil and I did a stream earlier in the week.
Okay.
Apparently, well, not apparently, Neil did one last week about NFTs. You know, NBA Top Shot.
We talked about NFTs last week, but I don't know much more about it than beyond what we spoke about last week.
So I decided to get in on the party, and I went into the drop for this last pack that came out, and I won. So I won one. Neil won one. What's his name? Nick Luis. Neil.
Nick Lewis. Yeah.
Nick Lewis, and who was the last person? High T.
High T.
And High T. We all won a pack. That now a couple of them opened theirs too early. Nick did, but Neil, High T, and me had our packs. So we did a pack opening on Twitch, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of fun.
Told you.
So now I'm just mad that
Justin came up on some loot for a $14 pack.
I got about $200 in value for my $14, and I've already made some moves.
What? Wait, tell us
Yeah.
about these moves.
I just made some moves, dude. I had, so in my pack, I got a Kristaps Porzingis limited edition. I got a Zion Williamson. I got a RJ Barrett. I got a Clint Capella and something else. And just looking at them, I mean, in my experience, when you're dealing with collectibles, you have to kind of do what you like what you're interested in. If you just do it for money, it's not fun, and you typically don't wind up making money. So I was looking through my clips, my moments that I had, and this Clint Capella one had no desire to have it. So I saw what the prices were, and I listed one for just under that price and sold it in like 2 minutes.
How much did you list it for?
The lowest price was $18. I had a shit number, so I didn't really care. So I listed it for $17, sold right away. And I took that $17 and bought a player that I actually like. And I got the lowest serial number I could get for that $17. Actually, $16 after the fee. So I took that $16 and rolled it into a player I like. And now I'm more happy because I have a player I like in there. And my goal is to not deposit another dime into this account
You're gonna
unless
flip.
unless a real good pack comes up and I haven't flipped enough yet. Then I'll do it. But my goal is to flip enough to get some cash in my account so I can buy that next pack without putting any more money into this thing.
He's hooked.
But it's fun. Oh, it's so fun. I was up
Yeah.
at like 1 o'clock in the morning last night doing it.
I have a quick come to Jesus moment with you guys.
Sure.
You guys have been talking for the last 5 minutes. I have no clue what the hell you guys are talking about.
So think about it like day
It's funny
trading.
because you would think Neil would know
or
nothing.
Think about it like day trading or like cryptocurrency or whatever.
Right.
And you're basically moving money around. You've got a bundle of money and you're taking parts of it to trade it off to this in order to get another thing. So cryptocurrency, you can move coins around. You can
Right.
sell coins off, take the profits, buy another coin.
Right.
You know, basically that's what it is, but you're just putting a basketball player. The basketball player's name the basketball player will determine like how good, and it goes up and down. So the card itself is stock.
Moment.
Okay.
Yeah, moments
So
is what they're calling it.
you're commoditizing a moment within a basketball player's career.
Yeah, but the thing is so these moments, we'll call them basketball cards. These basketball cards, they're only limited to a certain amount. So say, I don't know, RJ Barrett, there's only 2,000 of this moment is released. Now in the 2000, now it breaks down into, do you have card number 1935 or do you have card number 1?
Right.
And then that will actually start to scale the price of it. If you have 1, that's the most expensive card.
Well, 9 would be the most expensive card in RJ Barrett's case
Well,
because that's
whatever.
his jersey number.
That's his number. Got it.
Okay. But actually, for number 1 of the Kyrie Irving that I have, it's going for like $60,000 or something like that. It's something crazy.
Yeah, so crazy.
But it's number 1. It's the first card, and so the closest to 1 it goes up in price, and they're not going to make that much. So it's like art pieces, like where it's 1 of 1, or 1 of 50.
Yeah.
And that's basically what you're doing. They're not constantly pumping them out. These moments, because the NBA will release it as they determine what they're going to release and what they're not.
And
I
so
guess
Zilla,
so-
yeah, go ahead.
I have a question, guys. Because Neil, you said that the NBA is going to determine what gets released and how many. So, is it possible for some of these commodities, these moments, these cards, to get flooded, or can more be created from a moment? Like, let's say only 50 get issued, and then after that price spikes, somebody unloads another 5,000 onto the market,
No.
completely crushing the value.
No, they're not going to up.
No, yeah,
They're not going to up the number.
Yes, they will. Some of them.
The common cards?
Yes. There's limited editions that will never be reproduced, but the ones that say CC, they can add more to that.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. But so when you buy a card, there's 2 little at the bottom, it'll say CC or LE. If there's an LE, they'll never produce more of them. It's done.
Right.
But if there's a CC, they might do another print run or whatever.
But
whatever you
those
would call it.
CCs can actually change, though. The
Right,
badges can
right.
change.
Yes, correct.
What I'm suggesting,
L-
if we flip cards to sneakers per se, right?
Mhm.
And so here's a drop of Jordans, and here it is, and it's a limited number, and the market goes crazy. People are paying, exponential numbers in order to acquire them, and then 2 weeks later, Nike goes, "Ha, here's another drop," and it just completely crushes the value. So that is a thing that can happen. I'm not saying it has, but is that something that can happen in the CC cards then?
See the cards that say CC, it's not. No one has told anybody that those are done being produced.
Got it.
They can turn those into LE or limited editions, which then no more would get produced. But if you already but once something is a limited edition, they'll never print more.
I got to tell you guys, it sounds very. Like there's just a lot of moments. Like it seems like there's never-ending upside. Perhaps like you could make a ton of money, or you could lose a ton of money because there don't seem to be a whole lot of boundaries into things that you could potentially be investing in.
Well, right now there's only like about something like about 200,000 people that are on this Top Shot. For now. So get in now, get as many, the $14 packs that you get the $60 card. I bought a $200 pack and I ended up getting a $1,500 card, and it fluctuates in price,
Right.
but the more that you get now, because there's only like 200,000 people, wait until people actually catch on. Now the cards that you're sitting on now are going to be worth more because you got in early. It's just, like almost like getting Bitcoin in the first stages.
I get it. It seems that we're monetizing literally everything. Not to pivot too far away from this, but like
you have a hype train going, right?
What the hell is that? What do you mean?
People are dropping bits and subbing each other right now.
Really?
You're at 54% of a level 2 hype train right now.
Holy shit. I've never even thought I would ever, like, what? Thanks, everybody. I never tried to get a hype train before.
The idea is you want to get to level 5. So in order to get that, people have to drop more bits, more subs, gifting people subs.
I'm not going to ask anybody to give us money.
I will. Give us money. We'll give Justin money. Give Neil money. Don't give any to me.
I mean, if there's a way to like get us up this level without spending any of your hard-earned money, like do that. Don't like do anything. I appreciate it, obviously. Lisa, what is that?
Thank you guys.
1,000 bits. What is that? Is that like? I don't even know what's going on.
So 1 bit is 1 cent.
It's a whole lot of stimulus.
You just gave us $1 million?
Oh, DJ Trey came in with a 3-piece.
What is happening right now?
Everybody coming in with their stimulus money. Thanks for spending a fraction of your $1,400 on us 3 dummies. Thank you.
Okay. I don't know what's happening right now, but I think we need to rethink our plan going forward now that we're going to be rich from doing this show.
Yeah, we're monetizing the hell out of this show. It's
level. Okay, I'm looking now. What is level 3? What is going on here? 7? Jelly Bean. What is that? 7? Oh my. Claudia, is that for real? Did you guys put this in action?
Claudia did.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm so lost. I'm learning as we go.
So the hype train. I hate making anything in my channel like celebratory. So I get really awkward when they start these hype trains. I get really awkward, and so they tried doing it in my stream just before this. I'm like, dude, don't do that. And Claudia's like, you think we should do it at the old guy? I was like, she asked if he ever had a hype train. I was like, no. I was like, you guys should do that to his channel. She was like, okay, you can't tell anybody. I mean, you can't tell him. But then I was watching it go up and I realized,
what?
You can't see that
What
screen.
just happened?
Irene Fiasco just dropped a 5-piece. So she gifted 5 people subs.
We just went up like a whole level. What does this even mean? When do I get like a crown or something? This is amazing.
I feel like the order of nuggets got shorted. What is happening?
So
you are
4.
Thank you.
now you're at level 5 and you got to complete. You're at 13% of a level 5 hype train.
But what do I get
You get money.
What do I get? What do we
at the end of the session? You'll see how much money you made.
Does like someone knock on my door and like hand me an envelope? How does this work?
It's like a publisher's clearinghouse. They
No, at the end of the month, you get to collect depending on the amount of bits. You only get half of whatever the subscription is worth, but the bits you get 100% of. So somebody dropped you 10,000 bits, you get $10. Or wait, 1,000 bits, you get $10. That's what somebody dropped it in there.
Wow.
Dude, I mean, with the amount of tips that we're getting, I feel like I should be going around the room asking people if they enjoyed their dance. I mean, this is crazy. Like, We're putting ourselves on display and people are giving us money.
Lisa drops a 2-piece. 2 gifted subs.
Man, Lisa, thank you. Thank you to everybody. I don't really feel comfortable when people do nice things for me.
We've never done it for this reason, guys.
That's why I keep around the friends that I have around, because they never do anything nice for me, and that's how I like it.
Jilly Bean gives you 69 bits.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Irene Fiasco gives you 500 bits.
Whoa, we're up to 80 now. Holy moly.
Claudia gifts out a sub.
How do you do that?
Glenn is wow, I thought Justin and Zilla already knew how Twitch works. If we did, it wouldn't be called the Old Guy in the Club podcast. We are living up to the brand right now. If there's anything more on brand, it's this right here, right now. Us having no clue as to how things work.
So we're 80% of level 5. So is there any reason to
There's a level 7.
What? Oh, we're never gonna get there.
Wasn't that the name of a band?
There isn't a level 7.
Claudia said Claudia's surprised about the whole fact that we don't know what's going on. They've only done this show for 40 weeks. 42 weeks. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly.
Trey gives you 500 bits. Lisa just gifted DJ Fingers DJ Fingers a subscription.
Is Finn
we
Cobb here?
And
we should be on we should be on the front page or something for this. This is unbelievable.
You've completed your level 5 hype train. Now, if anything else goes on, it goes past 100%. You can never go above level 5, but you can get.
Neil, what's the most you've ever had?
I think it's 2,000% of a level 5.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's we're not even going to try for that.
I try to discourage. Hype trains are so weird to me. I appreciate them. Don't get me wrong, but they are so weird to me.
Well, I just want to stop everyone and say thank you again for this. It's amazing. We're going to take any money that comes in for this. We're going to take it and put it back into the show. Probably a new hat or something for me next week, or a scarf, maybe a scarf for Neil. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Maybe we could actually get the graphics to for A Knight's Tale, or to not sound like swords smashing back and forth.
We haven't done that in a long time, by the way.
No.
Wow, I don't even remember what we were talking about now. I'm so excited.
We were talking about NFTs, I think.
Yeah. See, we had a hype train going, and no one even knew what we were talking about, including Zilla.
You're just making money. You got the Zion card. You're getting hype trains. Jesus.
Speaking of Zion cards, I got this in the mail today. I hit this in a break the other day. This is a physical card, and it is a Zion. And this card, it is a silver prism. If this card were to grade a 10, this would be right now around a $4,000 to $5,000 card.
Shut up.
Can't see it. Oh yeah, you can't see it. There's a freaking print line going directly down the center of the card. Ruins my card. So now I have to send it back to see if they'll give me a replacement.
So that you can get your 10 grand?
Well, 5.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They said that you should buy BRL coffee with it. Nikki Chips just gave 500 bits.
Wow.
What?
I think he just figure out how to buy bits?
How do I do this? I have all these.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, Nikki Chips just figured it out.
Well, Nikki Chips is part of the old guy club too. He's I'm not gonna say how old he is, but I would assume
so the hype train
all
is
around
done.
the same age, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hype train is done. They count down, so you got I think it's 5 minutes to continue this celebratory ritual. Thank you guys.
What is
Sorry,
that?
Claudia, but she was like, you weren't supposed to tell him. But I'm like, He doesn't. He's not even looking at that screen.
No, I
Like,
really
don't even
wasn't.
think I was like, no, that's why I said something, because I wasn't supposed to say it. But then I was like, oh, he doesn't have that interface up. That's why he
Gotcha.
doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, thanks everybody. That was unexpected and cool. Now I mean, now my kids will think I'm cool. Maybe.
My hype
Probably.
chain.
Probably not.
Never did that before.
Jen, why why are we letting him back in the chat? Like, are you serious or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
okay.
who he is. No, let him back
What?
in. So I think he got banned, but we didn't want to. I know who he is. Yeah.
Who?
The guy we banned.
Why'd you guys ban him?
He was saying some stuff he shouldn't have in the chat.
An asshole. That's why.
Yeah.
And I'll text you who it was.
You'll text me. Wait, I know him?
Yeah.
Of course you know it.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, of course you would know him. He was saying some wild ass shit.
It was wildly inappropriate, and I feel compelled to have to apologize for him too.
Oh.
And I know him.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Maybe I'll guess.
You'll guess.
You'll guess.
Timmy's tired.
You know, Tim, I think we all are, bud.
You got soap in your eye? Oh, that's the worst, man.
There's not, very few things that are worse than that.
I'm trying to think of the things that are worse than that.
Dropping a bottle of shampoo, like bathroom accidents, soap in the eye, and dropping a bottle of shampoo on your pinky toe.
Dude, shampoo in the eyes is actually worse than soap in the eyes.
Any
shampoo.
cleaning substance in the eye sucks.
True.
Yeah.
True. I think
Another thing about the NFT, Zilla.
Yeah.
While I was on stream, I got a $70 card. What was it? Was it the RJ Barrett? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna dump this one.
Oh yeah,
put
you
it
got
up
a
there.
different RJ Barrett. That's right.
I put it up there. That shit sold in like 2 minutes.
Yep.
I just put it up there. It's like boom, it got swiped.
We might have to have a conversation offline because I want to learn more about this. It
I'm
seems
telling you, it is fun, dude. I don't know shit about basketball.
It's very fun, Zilla.
all right.
It's like it's like they set a price for this pack, and they have different types of packs. Meaning, let's say this drop is going to be a high-end drop, so it'll be $200. And if it was like if someone were to hand you serial numbered basketball cards, and you open them up, and it's 5 different cards. There's like 4 commons and 1 like legendary card in certain packs, or it could be like. It could be 10 cards, 10 moments in a pack too, and it could be like 4 commons, 5 rares, and a legendary. So, but what you're doing is you're trying to get good players, obviously, and then low numbers. And if you get like a LeBron James or a Zion, that's like a legendary part of a legendary pack, but the number is high, like top 100 or something like that. I mean, this is multiple thousands of dollars you're looking at.
To J Bones,
And it's all kind of random.
Yeah, to J Bones in the chat room. Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. We are talking about Top Shots. The guys are educating me because I know absolutely nothing about it, and so I'm getting educated. So that's what it is.
Neil, did you see Irene's comment? She wants to sell an NFT of the white label agency Hype Train.
She could. But yeah, I mean, so I spent $200 on a all-star pack, and I ended up getting a Kyrie Irving one. That we do these opening. I'll stream like a pop-up stream, and it'll be me, Nick Lewis, because Nick Lewis is the one who got me into it, and he would find the lowest ask. He's like, bro, this shit is like the lowest at the time. I mean, it plummeted till about like $300, but even the lowest ask, I still made more money. I still profited. But if I could so I was debating on whether I should keep this Kyrie Irving. Everybody knows the history about. I don't know shit about this dude, but apparently so I held on to it in hopes that like the number starts to climb up. It's not going to go any lower, I don't think. But all I have to do is make $200. But I ended up buying. Me and Justin ended up buying 2 packs. He bought a pack, I bought a pack because you're only allowed to buy 1 pack a piece, and it was $14. I ended up getting the R.J. Barrett, and they were like, "Yo, it's about $70." At the time, within 10 minutes, it went up $10. So I sold it for $80, put it up there, swiped in 2 minutes. I spent $14, made $80, or made $70.
I'm in. If you guys, whatever. If there's like whatever, I want to figure this out. So if there's money to be transacted, I'm down. So you just let me know. I got my $14 or whatever it is. Like, I'm in. So you guys just let me know.
So
yeah, there's different types of packs, and it's like either $200 or like it'll be like $14 or something like that.
Yeah. So give me Zilla. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to show you what we're talking about.
Okay.
I know maybe I'm a nerd, but so you guys see this? So these are my packs, my moments I own right now. So let's take this Porzingis because this is a limited edition one, right? So watch this. He hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer. So this is a moment that I own at this point. And as you can see right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, I am number 10,410 out of 15,000. So obviously a very high number. So not the best. So if you scroll down here, there's no recent sales history. But if you look for here, it'll show what's available for sale right now.
Okay.
The lowest price one is $96. So yesterday this was $90. If I guarantee you, if I went in here right now and listed one for $93, it would sell before we're done with this show. You agree, Neil?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to do that, but so it's basically
you should show him go into the market and show him all the cards of that moment is for sale for.
This is like StockX, but for moments in professional sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
So check this out. So here's LeBron James. Let's list from highest to lowest price. Look at these prices.
Jen's asking, is it only basketball or are there other?
Right now, it's only basketball, but there's another site called So Rare where they do like European soccer.
Because I know a guy sold he farted and he sold it for $85 last week.
Yeah.
Or like that guy that did the soccer, a rookie just sold for $4.2 million, didn't he?
In soccer, really? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
And David Beckham was only like $1.2 million. It's like all over the news.
Oh, was it Haaland? Was it that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something about that. So this thing is crazy. So it's just basically see you around. It's just it's speculation, obviously. But if you believe in a player, like I had a Clint Capella moment. I have no attachment to Clint Capella. Every time I get his cards, when I do real card stuff, I'm annoyed. So I was like, you know what? I'm big on Donovan Mitchell. So I looked for a Donovan Mitchell card that I could buy for the same price that I was selling my Clint Capella, and I did. So if Donovan Mitchell goes out and scores 50 points tonight, the value of this card is going to go up. And that's basically how it...
I wanted to show him... Here, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. So, Zilla.
Yo, sorry.
So, okay, I'm going to go into the marketplace, and I'm going to pull up the Kyrie Irving that I own. So, I own this one. Oh, it went up, actually.
Hey, now.
So, say I want to list it, but it says there's 413 of that moment sold. I have number 79 out of 2100. So, they've got it from, I guess one isn't on the market anymore. But look at these prices right here for that same moment.
It's crazy.
And this right here is the serial number.
Are these moments not on the internet?
Yeah, but they're not NFTs. So apparently, the NBA worked a deal out with Dapper, and so the player makes a percentage out of the sale. I mean, out of the pack sale. Actually, I take that back. They make money off of each sale because there's a 5% service fee, and then Dapper makes money, NBA makes money, and the player makes money. So the players are actually rallying behind these moments, pushing them.
Right.
So it's all electronic. It's all digital.
It's all
Yes.
digital.
So you don't get the piece of gum in your pack.
What the?
So it's like
Is that what you're in it for? The gum is the money.
That was a kid.
So that's the first thing that everyone says is, well, I can just watch it on YouTube. And it's like, well, yeah, you could look at a picture of the Mona Lisa too, but unless you own it, it's not the same, right? So that's kind of the argument to it.
You actually own the clip that's on.
Or one of, let's say, 15,000.
Yeah.
Right. You own that particular clip. So, the reason that I kind of, at first, of course, when I heard about this, I was like, this is fucking stupid, being an old guy me. But then I thought about, well, if I could somehow get like a clip that I really like of an epic moment of Michael Jordan hitting that shot over Byron Russell or something like that, put it in a frame on my wall, like that's kind of a sick flex. But so that's why I kind of started to look into it. And now it's just fun to like try to move like around and try to grow the value of your pieces that you have.
Okay, so I have a question. Hypothetical.
Okay.
So like the Padres, I know it's not basketball, baseball, but like
Mhm.
Tatis is a big player on the Padres, right? So if you physically own the jersey that he, had his game-winning hit or whatever, and you own that jersey and it's worth $100,000 now, how much is that actual play or whatever worth in an NFT?
Well, if it was like a significant moment or game, then it would be worth more than some random game. But I don't think it really would correlate to like a physical relic of a uniform or anything.
Yeah. So I think what they're saying is that like the actual physical, the uniform is worth something, and that's got its own inherent value. But the moment itself in digital form has its own value. So while they're coincidental that they happen at the same time, there is no causality between the two as to what this is worth and what that is worth.
Right.
I think that's how that's.
Okay.
Am I understanding that?
So those moments-
But I'll tell you something that would be sick is if you had like a Jordan jersey from a particular game signed, and then also have a clip from that game, like as part of a piece. That'd be
Like a
pretty sick.
package.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny you mentioned that because imagine like. So if you own, I remember seeing sports memorabilia where you would have, let's say, a jersey framed with a card signed, or a piece of the parquet floor from the game in which the game was played, or from the arena in which the game was played. So perhaps as we move forward, these digital assets, I guess that's really the best way to describe it. They become part of the collectible sphere. But
So
I don't know.
So what Nick Lewis was talking about when we were doing the unpacking, there's an artist actually that will sell his NFT, but also with selling the NFT, he will actually give out a piece of an art piece. So you buy the NFT, he will also send you an actual piece where it comes in a bundle. And then you could actually sell the NFT with the piece or without the piece, but that'll also fluctuate the value of it too.
So once we turn the hype train clip into an NFT, I will also sell pieces of my beard to go along with it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for it.
No?
and the fork that you never washed with it.
Oh, I wish I still had that. That'd be amazing.
Send a dirty dish.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that's the world of NFTs. There's a lot of street artists that are actually doing NFTs as well, and like Dead Mouse just released an NFT of a song.
Elon Musk sold his Not Elon Musk. Jack Dorsey sold his first tweet. So the first tweet on Twitter for like $3 million as an NFT.
I'm going to sell an NFT.
Elon Musk sold a song very recently as an NFT.
I'm going to take the recipe for the Al's Famous Club sandwich that we sell at Crossroads Deli, and I'm going to make it a digital asset and sell the recipe as an NFT.
I will buy it.
And the deviled eggs.
Yeah. I'm just going to put all of this stuff.
I already know the recipe for the deviled eggs.
And the egg salad. Justin knows the he knows that. He knows that recipe.
I had a very similar recipe myself, so I like it very simple like that. It's simple is the best for me.
As well it should be. Yeah, and as Nicky Chip says, it comes with a waxed model of a sandwich. I'll even
or a waxed model of Al.
Yeah, we'll send you an Al bobblehead.
And it has to talk. It has to say Highlander.
we gotta. That would be like if I ever did merch for the deli, I would do like bobbleheads of my parents.
Yes,
like you could put in your kitchens, and they would just be like little bobbleheads, and they've got their aprons on, and they're giving you food. It'd be the greatest thing ever.
Oh my God, I don't care what it costs. I would buy one too.
I'm gonna look into that. Yeah. You know what? Their anniversary. By the way, their anniversary is tomorrow.
Oh,
48 years. I know.
Dang.
Wow.
And I think I just thought of the present. It's not going to get here in time, but I think that might be like the cutest present in the world. Are either like because I think you could either do custom Funkos or custom bobbleheads, and maybe I'm going to make them permanent. God, I hope my septuagenarian parents aren't watching this Twitch stream right now. They're definitely not. But I mean, which is why I'm able to talk about it. But I think I got it. I got it figured out.
That would be great. I want pictures.
All right. I like it.
Well, it's getting late.
Yeah.
And when I say late, it's almost 8 o'clock at night, so it's almost bedtime for me.
Yes.
And I have some NFT trading to do before I go to bed.
Wow. You are in it.
Well, I wanna make some moves, man. It's fun. Like
I actually got to look at my cards too.
Here's what I would do if you really wanted to like do the research and do this correctly. You go and you look at the worst defense in the NBA, right? And you look at the next games they have coming up. And you look at some players that are going to be playing against them. And then you go and you invest in those players' moments. And then hopefully they have a massive game against that terrible defensive team and the price goes up. And then you sell it again and you get the next guy. Like there's a lot of ways to be doing this.
Damn.
You didn't put that much thought into it, did you?
I want to play Call of Duty. I'm going to get some dinner. Call of Duty. I'm going to shoot people.
Are they not going to do Grinds My Gears?
Jen, we like to be positive on this show. So, that's been a little – we haven't
good
really been
vibes
doing it
only.
lately. Do you have a Grinds My Gears that you would like to do?
Rob does.
I don't So apparently I have a Grinds My Gears. I have no idea what it is.
It's when you're going through like a line in your car and the parking attendant guy that's there is waving you to like go and you're like, what am I supposed to do? Flying through it 100 miles.
We were in a situation where we were driving through a queue and there were cars ahead and behind and everybody's moving and the person responsible for the flow of traffic was being a little aggressive with his orange flag, almost as aggressive as Jennifer's sweatshirt. And he was like, "Yeah, move it." I'm like, "Where am I supposed to go, guy? I've got cones to my left, cones to my right. You're waving your flag. There's a car ahead of me, a car behind. I'm moving. Like, what do you want from me?" And listen, that was not what I intended to be. My Grinds My Gears, but apparently that's what it is. So here we are, and that's that.
You're welcome.
Boom.
It's a good one.
Big boom. Actually, I do have one, but I'm going to save it for next week. That's a tease.
Really?
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. I got something that's had a little something that I was witness to, and I just didn't think it was quite right, and it kind of grinded my gears.
Ooh.
Yeah. J-Bone's asking if we're a weekly show. I mean, honestly, that's as much as we could tolerate one another, and it's about as much as the internet can tolerate us as well. We are not all that talented, to be honest with you.
J-Bones, we just switched from every Friday for the last like 9 months to now we're doing Wednesdays as people start to go out more on the weekends. If we lose a handful of people, like that's a big part of our viewership, so we can't afford that.
Nikki Chips has a great suggestion.
What?
Nikki Chips has a great suggestion. You need to mint some old rehab NFTs. Like, we need to take clips from your old reality television show and then put those out as limited edition NFTs. Nikki, you're onto something, bro. For those of you that are just joining us that don't know, Justin once starred in season 1 of the hit reality television show aired on True TV, Rehab Party at the Hard Rock. He was one of the main characters in his time as the general manager of the rehab pool. And many of our friends have embarrassed themselves on national television within the confines of that show.
No one more than me.
Fair enough. But with that said, there is a market for you to digitize certain aspects of that show, tie it to the blockchain, and put it out there, because people might just want to buy them so that they never see the light of day ever again.
I did have a lot of good lines on that show, bro.
Absolutely. And you got, there's a lot of good lines on that show. I'm just going to say,
watch it. I haven't rewatched that since it first aired.
Justin, we should do a viewing party for our audience, like once every couple of weeks, because it's a 30-minute show. We should burn through an episode and do live commentary while it happens.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's actually tied into the old guy in the club, because this ties back to when we were younger. Well, you were, because I wasn't around at that time, but you were a younger guy in the club.
So hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well,
so you're hooked on the NFT thing?
I find it curious, very much so. By the way, this is a perfect time to plug my favorite coffee and yours, the BRL Coffee Company, owned by our coffee impresario Neil Jackson, where you can get your coffee delivered to your door. Some of the finest brews in America, sourced from around the world at brlcoffeeco.com. I do understand that your Sade-inspired blend is sold out. Kiss of Life is currently sold out. You should make that an NFT, but it will be restocking soon. brlcoffeeco.com. All right, Justin, there it is.
The original NFT.
So I have in my hands 8 DVDs of all 8 episodes of the first season of Rehab.
Party at the Hard Rock.
Now, how do I get these downloaded somewhere?
You mean, how do you digitize them?
Yes.
Well, one, you would need a laptop that actually has a drive. That's the easiest way to rip it.
I have one.
Or you could send it up until a couple of weeks ago. You could have walked into your local Costco and they were doing digitizing at the photo center, but they don't have photo centers anymore. But I'm sure, if you looked at something like Legacy Box or one of the other services that are out there online, you can, or even a place like George's Camera, I think they will rip they will rip those off and put them onto a thumb drive for you I think even a Staples or a Office Depot or Kinko's,
Really?
a FedEx office or even a UPS store, perhaps. I would lean more on the FedEx store. They would be able to pull those files and turn it into a viewable digital. You just have to buy. Nikki Chips is saying he thinks that Walgreens might still do it in their photo center.
So I can go to Walgreens, I can get this done and get a vaccine at the same time.
Yeah, there you go. I'm here for my Johnson & Johnson shot. Plus, how do you guys not recognize me as the star of 8 episodes of the first season?
But that was my favorite show on TV before I even knew you. I used to watch it religiously.
Really?
Yeah, I love Chantel and Jessica and Matt. I watched that whole show. Great show.
That's amazing.
Because when it was on, those were like the days we would go to Vegas. So it was like us in Vegas. Yeah, great show.
Yeah. It was fun.
Should have had me do the voiceovers, damn it.
We should watch
I
it.
did the voiceovers. What do you mean we should have you do them?
did your own voiceovers, but they had the announcer guy. But
Oh, yeah. That guy sucked. He
you
was
know,
so bad.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like the guy who does the VOs for Bar Rescue.
He sounds exactly like it might be the same guy.
He could be.
I wonder if it is.
We got to
We'll
look
find that
that up. Yeah. We'll save that for the next show, too.
Oh, that's a cliffhanger.
That's
Is
what
it
we
the
do.
same guy or is it not?
Find out on the next episode of The Old Guy in the Club next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, here on twitch.tv/White Label Agency.
Okay, that's enough. I think it's time. Let's see who we can raid here. Anybody we like?
Neil.
William and Nick Nick Lewis is on. Wait, what were you saying?
Wait, who is? I was
Nick
going to say
Lewis and,
Romeo's on.
Oh,
Just really quick, Neil, are you playing this weekend? You got anything you need to plug before we before we all bounce?
nope.
Well, by the way, Neil, if you missed it, Neil played Madison Square Garden last week, and I'm sure there's clips of it all around on the interwebs. So, go check it out. Maybe make that an NFT. Neil needs more. I think Neil needed more sequins on his jacket. His jacket was awesome. Nice little New York Knicks jacket. Didn't look nearly as good as his Planet Fitness jacket, but still pretty dope. But playing Madison Square Garden has to be pretty awesome, bro. So
my
congratulations on that.
Thank
Just
you.
in case everybody missed that. And Justin, you got anything you need to plug?
Well, first of all, I would like to say to Samuel J in the chat that he found an episode online. If you don't watch it in order, you're going to be totally lost.
Yeah. It really
The plot really. I mean,
you definitely don't want to miss any of the plot points. The story arcs and the character development. And once you watch all 8 in order, you'll realize why it got the Golden Globe nod that it did.
I think watching 90 seconds of any episode will fill you in as much as you need to know on what this show was. So, guys, we are going to raid Romeo Reyes.
Love Romeo.
So I am hitting the button, bam, right now. And then we are going to say goodbye to you, and then we're going to hit the button again. So
Samuel, season 1. Season 2 doesn't have Justin in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm only in season 1, the best season. Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the hype train. Love the hype train. That was awesome. Thank you. Bye. Later.
All right.